Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of our Nbvo National Blinded Veterans Incorporated. We are a nonprofit organization working on some other things right now. We thank you for coming and joining us. Our purpose is to assist veterans and other people out there with low visions and blindness, to assist them with technology, and hook them up to professionals who can help and better assist them in their dilemmas and so forth. So we're purposely, intentionally put in place here to help other veterans. And so organizations that are willing to help us, we look forward to your opportunity as you get to know us. Tonight, we just want to remind you that we do have two events that go on the second Thursday and the fourth Thursday of each month. One is called Tonight. What we're doing is the adaptive rec. And on the 28th of this month, we'll have Tech Talk Thursday. So we ask that you join us for those two events to find out more information about where you can go, what kind of activities you can do, as well as on what kind of technologies and tools are available that are new that you might want to check in or may be useful to you. We love bringing other people on. So at this point in time, I just want to inform you that there are several ways you can contact us and get a hold of us through our Facebook page, as well as our ndvo.inc.org webpage. We run videos on YouTube. So we're been around for a little while and we're trying to get the information out to all of those veterans who need help in any kind of way. So we thank you for joining us tonight. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to our host. Tonight's host is Ray Morales, and Ray will present our guest and so forth. So, Ray, it's on you, buddy.
All right. Actually, the host tonight, David, is Kelly Reamer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly. I am so sorry.
I said, did I get fired?
No, you did not. I'm so sorry. We get these guests. Well, Kelly Reamer, but Kelly, please go ahead and start.
All right. Like you said, Nbvo, we are .inc or .inc now. This is our adaptive rec. Tonight we got Derek Hudson, and I'm sorry, what was the other guy's name?
Thomas Bulbach.
Thomas with us tonight. They were with Desert Vet Racing, and they've got some other organizations they want to talk about. So I'm going to leave it to them. It's all yours, guys.
Mute.
Great. Thanks for having us. I met Gary at SEMA this year. I had my DVR Motorsports t-shirt on and side and kind of brought me into a little bit of what you guys do. So we are DVR Motorsports. We're a 401c3 nonprofit. We're based in Southern California. So I'm in San Diego. We have a couple guys up in Temecula, but that's just about an hour north. So all in Southern California. We do off-road racing events throughout the area, Arizona, Nevada, and Southern California, throughout the area. We race two side-by-sides or UTVs. Right now we have a Textron Wildcat and we recently just built a Polaris Turbo S, and recently competed in the Mint 400 in Las Vegas, which is probably one of the biggest off-road races in the country. So maybe only second to the ones they do down in Baja, but a lot of exposure, and it's a pretty big event. So we were able to complete that. We had a top 10 finish in our class, which was really cool for us. And we had a team of 12 to 13 veterans, and we had probably 6 total in the car, or 8. How many Thomas do we have? 8 total. Yeah, 8 total veterans and active duty members that actually got to race that event. So a wide exposure net from what we're able to do and support that. Over the past year, we've probably had north 40 separate veterans in the car and in the pit crews as well. So we like to get everyone in the car as much as we can. So we'll put them in our co-driver's seat and they'll have them navigate the races. They'll come, leading up to the race if they're local, and help, prep the car, do repairs that need to be done, and any other builds that have to, occur Generally, there's a lot of work in between the races just because it's off-road racing, so it's cool that we get together and be in the garage and fix stuff and share some camaraderie there. And then when we get to the race day, we have a lot of vets from out of town that are able to meet us at the race and participate that way, whether that be in the co-driver's seat or running the pit crew, or just being a part of the experience in the overall day. So we work with a couple local organizations and companies down here. So NRG is one of our sponsors. They make steering wheels and seat belts, race seats, all kinds of stuff. They are recently relaunching their off-road line, so we're the flagship for them. Rugged Radios is also one of the largest off-road radio companies as well, and they help us out. So those are our two big sponsors, and then other industry sponsors are able to give us pretty significant discounts in support of our nonprofit and our mission that way. Like we said, looking forward to seeing what we can do and what we can provide for your organization, or what kind of events we can look forward to planning in the future. Yeah, is there any? I guess our next race will be coming up in July. That'll be July 10th, the Freedom Cup, run by Moore, which is a series. The Mojave Off-Road Enthusiasts is what that stands for. And that'll be in San Bernardino, California. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday starting on the 10th. And that'll be a 2-day race in San Bernardino. And then local races throughout the rest of the year. Pinnacling in Laughlin, Nevada, I believe in December. With maybe 1 or 2 more races in between those two, but those are our 2 big ones coming up. So, any questions about our organization or what we do or how we can help? Kelly, I think you're muted there. I see your lips moving.
Sorry.
There you go.
People in the pit crew, are they just do they actually get to do some work hands-on, or are they just changing tires?
No, we're hands-on. Yeah, changing tires. If we're doing a lap race or a point race, we'll have to be.
You broke up on us.
Yeah, he froze for a second.
Here, I'll step in. But yeah, everybody comes in, they come in, they're going to do everything from changing tires, changing belts, fueling. If it's a lap race, as we're coming through, they'll do a quick shakedown of the car, verify that nothing is about to break or broke that we didn't know about. Or if it's a point-to-point race, they're loading everything up, getting ready to go, do what we have to do during the pits, whether it be a driver, co-driver change, or a tire swap, and then they're loading everything back up and racing to the next pit. So they're fully involved with everything across the actual racing on the pit side of the house. And it's not just, hey, you've got this job. One pit to the next pit, they could be doing a completely different job. Or if they kill it at one thing, then hey, no, you're going to be that tire guy. Or you can lift 13-gallon fuel tanks to dump it in 12 seconds. So it just depends. But they are fully involved. They are a part of the team. They're there to get the car to the finish line by any means possible.
And do you get a lot of blinded or a spinal injury or anything like that, veterans that want to participate?
We've had veterans with, I'm going to say, a numerous issues or disabilities. And the biggest thing is that we'll find a way to get them involved. If most of what they can do, let's say they're in a wheelchair, well, they can supervise. They can be the pit captain, right? They can call things out, make sure everybody's safe. If it's in, I don't know, try to just think of something random like an amputee. Well, we will work around it. We will find a way to ensure that they get involved in some form or fashion. Because racing is a team effort. It's not an individual driver person to do. It's the entire team that supports it. And we'll we will find a way to be fully involved, no matter what their I hate this disability or limiting factor, what they're going through. We'll find a way no matter what.
Great. We've had like kayakers, ocean racers, all the types of things. Do you find out that the veterans just is it kind of just is what they're looking for to help them, their mindset, being out there in the desert with you guys, if they got problems, they just come out and, are able to participate and maybe help them with their problems. Does that happen a lot, or is that something you guys have thought about?
So, and I'm going to keep talking until Derek shuts me up. So,
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, there he is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Hey, thanks, Thomas. I appreciate you stepping in, and he probably said things better than I could. But yeah, the biggest thing we find, Thomas and I and a couple other guys, we have the benefit of being, still in the active duty realm and still being able to have that kind of brother around it. That I have gotten feedback on. And it's difficult, and a lot of the veterans have expressed when they transition to that civilian life is just the people are different, and it's just coming back to our group and who we are and how we talk and interact with each other. So I give Thomas probably the hardest time out of all my friends, but he turns around and does the same thing to it, but there's nothing I wouldn't do for him, and I know that I can count on him that way as well. So we're gonna treat you just like your brothers and sisters would have when you were back at your units. So and that's something that we try to do, and we try to keep it that, just because it's that's who we are. Something different.
Derek, you breaking up a little bit. We're missing some probably vital parts of what you're trying to say.
Okay, sorry, I'm at work here, and apparently don't get that good of a cell signal. How's that? Can you hear me a little better now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just going back to it is at the end of the day, we're just providing a brotherhood and a place for
exactly
some fellowship is what that does, and it almost doesn't matter what we're doing. It's just our outlet happens to be racing, but we are an organization for veterans to race. So we're here to have it. Just if we're working in the garage, we're throwing wrench, making fun of each other. That's what it is. But to see a group of veterans go out there, we're giving them that brotherhood, giving them a mission, and a group of guys that I know well. We had a couple new guys, see them lost. Like, you're not going to get that. So it's pretty exciting to just, strangers can mesh just because they have that unified background that brings it all together. So
yeah, that's the amazing part of it, I think, is that get back out there and get that camaraderie, again.
I have a question.
Have any more questions?
that's pretty
much. You said any more questions?
Good.
You probably did ask this. I think somebody said you mentioned handicap. So what was the last race probably you had recently, and what was the veterans' participation, and what was the status of the veterans? I'm kind of looking to see whether they low vision, vision, or what.
Yeah, so I've been with the team for 3 years, 3 to 4 years. The DVR Motorsports has been around for probably 5 or 7 right now. In my time, we have not had a low vision team member come out and work with us. So I would be, interested in getting that perspective from a person and what the capabilities of that person would be and how we could include them. Obviously, not having any experience with that, I can't explain, how they would fit in or to the overall scheme or what the duties and stuff could be. But we're open to try anything, and get with the organization like yourself to try and figure it out and try and make something work. So it's we're down to try, and we're down to figure it out and come up with a solution, and get to yes. So but yeah, we don't have any actual current experience with a low vis.
I appreciate your honesty and your answer, so forth on that. But it is a good opportunity for us to work together
Right.
to see how that can work out. So,
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, this is Ray again. I've been trying to get this question in, but if we had a volunteer out of our group that wanted to participate in a race, um, how would um, how would we get out there? And do you guys have any funding that would help us? Um,
So our funding is pretty honestly it's low. We keep our team we're relatively small. We've been a one race car team. We recently have another one. And most of our sponsor money goes to just the entrance fees and keeping the cars on the track and being able to race the safety feature and stuff like that. So I would say that travel expenses and lodging has traditionally come self-funded just by team members. So we'll all just chip in and we'll get a big Airbnb and that's fine. But it's really a couple $100 for the weekend is really all we've asked from our people coming out to race. But yeah, as far as paying for travel and all that stuff, there we can try and find specific grants out there. But as DVR Motorsports, we probably wouldn't be able to fund a whole trip for someone.
yeah. Yeah, I think Harvey would be our first guy. He's so daring.
Yeah.
He would probably want to try it.
yeah, Harvey, I'd like to hear that.
Right, Harvey?
Yeah, I definitely want to get out there and try it.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I would definitely love to try. And speaking of that, do you have a website or any YouTube videos per se that somebody interesting that might can get a little bit more info and see you guys doing what you're doing, you know, um, in live action?
Yeah, of course. So in the age of social media, our primary outreach is Instagram. So DVR Motorsports is our Instagram page, and dvrmotorsports.org is also our website. And you can go through, and we're redoing the website right now, but eventually that'll start pointing in the right direction for all that kind of stuff. But that has all our tax information on the website. And then NRG, our sponsor, just put a pretty cool video together for the Mint. From the Mint, and you kind of see like our races and stuff and what we've been doing. So you can go on there and see our content. I think we're on Facebook too, as DVR Motorsports.
And just add on to that, with Gear Shift Garage, we've been able to start actually live streaming our races, so kind of a first person perspective of during the race as well.
Cool.
So
So I forgot about it. Thomas, the social media guy. So he's the smart one here. But yeah, we strap a Starlink dish to the top of the race car, and we're ripping around that way. So it's pretty cool to be able to to see the race in real time, kind of hear the comms between the driver and co-driver and what's going on. It's a new technology, so we're struggling to download the footage after the races, but all that should be changing this year. So we will have the complete race footage. So they're kind of beta testing it, and they cut us a little deal on it, but it's pretty cool.
And also real quick, the average race is it go by mileage, laps, or a little of it? All depends what course it is, or
Yeah, so we do all the different races here, and different types. There are point-to-point races we do where it's a certain mileage, like Vegas to Reno. We competed in that a couple years ago, and that's probably 500 miles, point to point. We do a lot of lap races just because those are the ones that tend to be a little bit closer. So it'll be anywhere from 3 laps to I think Glen Helen's probably our shortest course race, and that'll be 8 or 9 laps on like a single course or something like that. So on the longer races, the drivers and co-drivers there. If it's the quicker races where we don't have to stop for gas or anything, that'll just be driver and co-driver paired up each day. So yeah, different kinds. So laps and mileage both. Yes, sir.
And one last question I just thought of: how fast are you guys going?
So in our new car is a Polaris Turbo S. I had 101 miles an hour in the lake bed at the Mint 400. So that was a flat straight there, but our average race speed is somewhere in the 40s and 50s, just depending on the whoops and the jumps and the berms and the soft sand and silt and all that kind of stuff. So we can break 100 miles an hour if it's flat, but if it's not that much fun if it's just flat and straight. So we like to get airborne and get through the turns and stuff. So.
And if someone wants to do this, they just get on your website and is there a spot on the website where they sign up to do this?
DVR.
Yeah, go ahead, Thomas.
So the website is currently being remade, and it'll have that ability to do that. But the primary method is when we're getting prepped for a race, we'll do an Instagram post if we need co-drivers. It's like, hey, we need co-drivers. Are you veteran, active duty? Cool, let's go. They reach out through Instagram. Since I'm their social media guy, so I generally talk to them the initial talks. Figure out, some people ask, what is it? What am I going to be doing? And I'm like, hey, you're going to hop in the car and we're going to strap you in. We'll give you 5 minutes of training and let's go have some fun. I jokingly say 5 minutes, a little more than that. But once they fully commit, we put it down in the roster. So when we do registration, which is just one of the things I generally do, we'll put them on official registration. Their name is gonna be on the driver co-driver list. So you look back on it 10 years from now, their name is right there. If it's one of these bigger races like the Mint 400, we had people on the driver co-driver list, but we also had the pit list. So all the guys in the pit crew are right there as well. And then from there it goes to we figure out meetups, how everything's going to work. I generally answer general questions, expectations, what do they need, what do they need to bring, and because we have all the safety related gear from helmets, next gens, or the neck restraints, and fire suits, and so on and so forth. It really is show up and race. That's kind of the idea behind it. Is um, you know, if they want to be more involved, they come before the races. If they're especially local, prep the car, do any kind of last minutes, Thomas oopsies. And then we show up, we go race, we have one hell of a weekend, and then it's we're imprinting a lifelong memory for that.
What this is David. What kind of course do you have for this? I know it's not just a straight course. If you know what I'm talking about. Indy 500 has the round course.
All right. Am I back now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I just accidentally got back in. So thanks, Thomas, for having my back there. The courses are anything and everything. So it's not like a circle track or anything like that. It's a lot of it is on BLM, so the Bureau of Land Management land, and it's just off in the desert.
Also, dirt trail, dirt bike, not just pavement tracks.
It's sand. It's desert, David.
Pardon me?
Sand. It's desert.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it's like Derek was saying, it is the open desert. A lot of times it's fire roads that somebody put in years ago that's kind of deteriorated over time. So it is, I'm going to say it's close to untouched desert. They still go in, they mark the course. And as you go through it, a couple hundred cars going through a loop track, it gets rutted out. Every lap is different. But ultimately, Megan, you're looking from soft hard pack sand, soft to hard pack sand. You're looking at rocks. You're looking at boulders. The occasional tree every now and then. It's likes to just say hi. But it is literally just a mix of whatever the desert can throw at you.
How often, if I can ask another question, how often do you do your races per year? How many races do you do a year?
Anywhere between
We shoot
six and eight.
Say
We've
that
act-
number again.
6 to 8 races a year. It kind of varies based on scheduling and when other races happen simultaneously, but I would say a good number is 6 to 8 races a year.
Oh, 6 to 8. I thought you said 68. Okay.
No, 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 no.
That would be a
Big
very
difference.
expensive sport.
Very, very different. Okay. Okay. Sounds interesting. Harvey, you going to take a chance at this one? We're going to use you as a scapegoat.
He'll be
Gary Helmick's dying to meet you guys. He couldn't be here tonight, but he's dying to get down there and maybe help, do something with you guys. So him and I.
Yeah. San Bernardino in July. We'll be there. It's outside of LA. So to LA or Orange County or San Diego, otherwise, we'll find a way to get you there. So, we at that race we usually we rent an RV or something like that, or we just sleep in the race trailer on some cots. So we're pretty military roughing it. So for us about sleeping on the dirt, but we'll get out in tents and cots and stuff like that. So
Roughing it up.
That's when?
yeah.
When did you say
July
that race
10th
was? July
is
10th.
San California. Yeah.
Right. I've got family out there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's at Glen Helen. So that one is at a dirt bike track actually. So part of it's on the infield. There's some, and part of it goes out into the desert. So that one's a pretty cool track because it's pretty close to the campgrounds and the pits and all that kind of stuff. So all the races going on around you. So
Awesome.
Anybody have any more
yeah.
questions? Anybody?
Well, just
I'll just put a plug in for sorry, my friend Sean Crocker was going to be in here. He's actually one of my mechanics on the helicopter, but it broke, so he had to go fix that so I can fly it tonight. But he runs an organization called Trackside Troops. They're our sister organization, but they do road course racing or track racing. So they have a Porsche Boxster that they race. Will be in Buttonwillow, California this weekend, I believe. But same thing, just on the track, on the pavement, in a Porsche that's built and put together. So this organization, we work together as much as we can, but they're also willing to participate, and meet your need.
yeah, definitely don't want to put a Porsche on a desert road, do you?
Desert. Now,
Yeah.
with track racing,
Two people were talking. Try that
I'm
again.
sorry.
Mike.
As far as track racing goes, the Porsche, is there room for two people side by side?
There are. Yeah, it has 2 seats.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I think I might like to try that one. I got a bad back, so the bouncing around is not going to help.
You better take
Yeah, the off-road racing, is pretty gnarly. We do get tossed around a bit, and occasionally we do roll a race car. But we got a nice seat belts, we got a nice roll cage, but it can tip over.
Right.
So
That sounds very interesting.
yeah, it's real racing is what it is. We're not. I mean, it's legitimate. High adrenaline racing stuff out there. So it's the trophy trucks are out there racing the same course we are. So we just do it in a much slower and less expensive automobile.
Well, hopefully we'll stay in contact with you guys, and maybe we can develop some type of opportunities where we can do some things collectively.
Yeah, for sure. We do race out towards Las Vegas as well. I know that's probably a little bit easier to get to than some of the Southern California areas. But we put stuff on there, work towards an event, and just hope the cars cooperate for the events that we plan on setting to. But whenever you guys are interested in bringing a couple people down, we'll see what we can do. And then what the how being nearsighted or blinded might play into the car too. We can work with that.
Great.
So okay.
Any more questions? Going, gone. I'd like to thank you guys very much for what you do, and also for coming on our Zoom tonight. So thank you very much. We appreciate you being here, and thank you for what you do for all the veterans out there. It's very, very good.
Ditto.
Thanks for asking. Nice talking to you. Tell Gary we said hello.
All right, will do. And hopefully we'll get to meet you guys in person.
Wait. Great.
That's it. Well, that's be the end. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, great. Yeah, Kelly, I'll link up with you later and we can try and knock some dates out.
All right. Sounds good.
Did
right.
you have
See you
the
guys. Nice to
information
know
for
you.
it? Yeah. Thank you too. Did you have any information that you want to share with them about Derek and Kelly?
As far as?
Well, their contact information if anybody was interested in going.
Oh yeah. If you, your website was what again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kelly, I'll text you all that information so you can have it and disseminate it that way. But it's dvrmotorsports.org, and then all our social media handles are DVR Motorsports.
Okay. Yeah, if you text me that information, I appreciate it, and I'll get it on our page.
Great.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
See you guys on the 28th. Back here again on the 28th for our Tech Talk Thursday, right?
Correct. I was just going to make that announcement.
Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, don't forget to mark your calendars for the 28th of this month for Tech Talk Thursday, same time. We'll be having Corinne Nero from OrCam. She'll be the guest speaker. So if you'd like to know more about OrCam and also their other things that they offer, just let us know and come back.
Get updated.
Other than that, you can find this edition of the Nbvo Tech. I'm sorry, not Tech, but Sports Adaptive Sports Rec on our Facebook page and also on our YouTube. So just go to YouTube and type in Nbvo, and the video will pop up. All right, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you.
Leave a comment right there on that page. What do you think about what the activity was? If you go on Ray's page, on the YouTube page, leave a comment or like us and so forth. It kind of encourages us. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
we need to know your feedback. Do you like these guests that we're bringing on? Let us know so we can offer many more.
Absolutely.
I'm out. It's up to
All
you
right,
guys to
guys.
close it off.
All right. You
All
shut
right.
down
Thank you,
the
gentlemen.
record.
All right. Have a nice one. I'll see you guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
Take care, guys. I'll see you on the 28th, right?
Yep.
All right. We out.